An inspirational staff member is Mr. Youngerman. He doesn't only teach history, he teaches and gives us tips about life. He talks about his daughters and what they have accomplished, how proud he was of his daughters. He is true in all ways. He is never out of energy, in the morning or at the end of the day, and how he can back up anything he says with multiple facts. He talks about the truth and how to prepare us for life and our future. He's a great teacher and has great cringy sense of humor.
The most inspirational staff member is Miss Lago. She inspires me because she pushes me to keep on going. An example is when she believed in me in class. They always have to go beyond their way to do stuff for the school. What impresses me most about them is that she always stays positive.
An inspirational staff member is Miss Sei Chang. She's willing to teach me and help me. An inspirational staff member is Miss Lugo, the counselor. She cares a lot about all the students in Alvarado. She cares about problems. She's very caring, and I barely met her, but she is so open. She always stays positive. She acts more of a mom than a counselor. She is never late with drama and giving us food. An inspirational staff member is Miss Turan. She really cares about her students. She doesn't give up on them. An inspirational staff member is Miss Lucero. How she helps and teaches all these classes without stressing out, while I stress out when I do not know how to do my homework. She tells us students about herself, making us feel like she's a real person. Her great leadership skills, her great skill of being a leader. Whenever she starts something, she finishes it.
The most inspirational staff member is Miss Canales. They are inspiring to me because she always is so supportive and understandable. An example is when I'm running or doing anything other activities in PE, she always tells me that I'm doing a good job, which makes me happy and try harder. They always go beyond their way to make sure to encourage kids to do their best. What impresses me most about them is that when students are behaving poorly, she remains calm and patient and never yells at the whole class just because a couple of kids had bad decisions. Her encouragement and her humor gives me many joy. She always pushes people to do their best, and they always go beyond their way to help other students. What impresses me most about them is that Miss Canales always likes to push people and do their best.
Inspirational because she always pushes students to make them great. An example is when we were doing push-ups and wanted us to do 20 or more. They always go beyond their way to help students go beyond their limits. What impressed me most about her is that she's really nice, she encourages people, and pushes students to the limits.
She is inspirational because she encourages students to try their best and keep pushing. Also, she is very calm when times get rough. An example is when we needed to learn a new spare, and she was patient and tells us to try our best even if we are new to the sport. They always go beyond their way to encourage us to keep on pushing. What impressed me most about them is that she keeps a calm voice to us even when we are nosy. She hasn't shown any signs of anger to us. In fact, she's quiet, peaceful, and positive. She is inspirational to me because she gives me inspiration. An example is when I finished doing the mile and she said, "Good job, John," and that gave me inspiration. She always goes beyond her way to listen to me when I'm talking. What impressed me most about them is that she's a nice, caring, warm-hearted teacher.
An inspirational staff member is Mr. Horikawa. When he played violin, he spits out fire. He's such a caring teacher and laughs along with us. He is also picking up my slang. He doesn't go crazy even though he is in charge of like 5 periods. He roasts us really hard and is always funny and nice. An inspirational staff member is Miss Schreiber. How nice and laid back she is as a teacher. How quick she teaches and how smoothly, quietly everyone works. She is nice, but she is still very clear and good at teaching. She is not crazy strict about everything and still teaches her students very well. She has so much patience with other students. How she teaches. I've never had a really well teaching teacher when it comes to history. She tries to make learning interesting. An inspirational staff member is Mr. Cabanillas. How he stays calm in stressful situations. An inspirational staff member is Ms. Frank. How Miss Frank can come into class every day with the most energy and succeeds to make everyone smile. She is so cool. How much enthusiasm she has. How much care she has for everyone around her, also her overall happiness that never fades away. She is very helpful and open-hearted, and she shows honor. She works hard on her work and cares about her students by making them feel comfortable. Another inspirational staff member is Miss Moran. She's funny. She doesn't act the way she looks, and she speaks and helps students solve problems. An inspirational staff member is Mr. Red Oblato. How amazing and cool he is. He allows me to stay after school class with him and teaches me fun ways. He is loud and nice.
The most inspirational staff member is Miss Fung. She is encouraging to me because she encourages us to never give up. An example is when we went to her class for the first time, she had us write down a short paragraph about ways to keep trying. She goes beyond their way to explain when we don't understand something. What impresses me most about them is that she works after school for a homework club where she explains the homework to students who need help. She spends additional time after school even though she doesn't have to.
An inspirational staff member is Mr. Flick. He teaches us so well and he loves what he does. He keeps calm when someone messes with him, but he burns them 1,000 times more without violence or yelling. His effort to be extra. Mr. Flick pushes people to do their best. Even though I'm not his student, he is still very funny and kind. He gave me an A+ in Pacers, even though I didn't do them because I'm his favorite student. I was absent. That he's really down to earth and it makes something really horrible really fun. His personality. His skill in all sports. His determination and patience towards everyone. How he keeps his cool when kids mess with him. He is very athletic and funny. He is very athletic and funny. An inspirational staff member is Mr. English. His positivity and how he never gets mad at us. He can relate to how we feel and what we do. He cares about his class and he makes himself relatable. They encourage me for anything, even if it's not related to PE. An inspirational staff member is Miss Kim. She is very funny and kind and helps me with my work. She makes everyone feel like they can ask her anything, anytime, and she makes us feel like we have a good relationship. She can multitask, like when she does math counts, tutoring, 8th grade math, and she makes math fun. She always has time for us and will never say no if we need her help. She's always willing to help and never gives up on a student. An inspirational staff member is Mr. Schmidt. He handles people when they are being disruptive in class. He always has time to help out students.
The most inspirational staff member is Mr. G. He is inspirational to me because he always has my back. An example is when he told us that he wants us to have a great time in ELD. They always go beyond their way to encourage us to do their best. What impresses me most about them is that he is nice and he lets us eat inside class, but we have to clean up afterwards. He helps us with any problems we have.